Are you unsure if you're an indigo, a crystal child, a rainbow, a diamond, or a golden child? I know a lot of people that are confused about this as well. And it really kind of comes into like, when were you born? So that's kind of one of those interesting things. We're going to talk about some years, and so stay tuned. We're going to find out all about them. So really kind of the best part about understanding like indigos and crystal children and rainbow children and diamonds and golden children, it's really kind of really based on like when you were born. And I know that sounds like interesting in some ways, but I will tell you, it's kind of like, we're going to talk about like the apex of it, like when most of those children started to come in. Although there are a few children that started beforehand, there always are some like precursors to this. So some children that came in earlier and then some that will come in towards the end. So it's kind of like a big graph kind of thing. So I will say kind of the best one to understand is most indigos started to come, like when the number started getting really, really high, it was in the 1970s. Doesn't mean that there weren't some before that. Like I said, there could be a few before that, but the majority of them came in the 1970s. Crystal children really started coming in really in mass droves in like the early 1990s. And these children were all about kind of like bringing in a new healed state, that sort of thing. And a lot of the crystal children were born to indigos. So it's kind of like the indigos were getting to that age where they're having kids, and then here comes, boom, here comes the crystals. And so it's kind of like each of us are advancing the next level up. Then we have, I will say, kind of a lot of rainbow children coming in, and that really started in like the 2000s. There are still a lot of rainbow children coming on. And kind of the interesting part about rainbow children are all about like, bringing in new health, new light, new radiance, new energy to the world. And they really feel kind of at home in some areas in the world and kind of like in Earth. But then there are times where they're kind of like, this is not me. So I will say the majority of the rainbows really started coming in year 2012, and that's kind of like the huge apex of them. Like there's tons of them during that time frame. Now, since then, we also have diamond children and golden children. Golden children came in next, and kind of the golden children really started coming in, I want to say like 2010 or so. And so they're kind of getting to that 10, 13, year age, everything else. There's still more of them coming. And then the last ones are the diamond children. Diamond children are the ones that are literally born after 2020. So kind of like that's when like we had the big surges of children coming in, all the COVID babies, all of that really comes in with that 2020. So you're going to have that 2020 kind of like burst of children coming in. These are very high energy souls. We are still learning about all of them, but I will tell you kind of the best part about this is the way you can kind of tell where they are. And you may go, I think I have an indigo, or I think I have a children, an indigo, or I think I have a crystal child. It's one of those, they are still being born. So indigos are still being born. It doesn't mean just because we've kind of, that apex of them in the 1970s was really big, doesn't mean we still don't have indigos coming in today, because we do. We still have indigos being born. We still have rainbows children being born. We still have crystal children being born. And we just have new energy coming in. And it's kind of that energy, that consciousness of that they're born with. Kind of like they come in and they have like this, I want to help the world move forward. I want to bring peace and love. I want to bring this new conscious level. And I will tell you, that's what we're feeling with a lot of these amazing children. So it's kind of like, okay, here they come. And kind of really the colors to understand like where they're coming in at is when you look at someone's aura. Now an aura can go from just a few inches away from their body to about 6 feet. And it just depends on how comfortable they feel. The bigger it's going to be is the more comfortable they feel in a space like home or grandparents' house or family members that they're around all the time. But I will tell you, there are some interesting ones. If they're out and about, that aura is going to be in a little bit tighter towards our body, but they're always going to have that coloring around them. So an indigo child will always have a little bit of indigo around there in their aura. A crystal child will have, it'll be kind of like a white hazy glow kind of thing, like as if you looked at a crystal. A rainbow child is going to come in with rainbow energy around it, and it's going to have like the different colors, but all in a rainbow view, not like just one color here and one color there. They're going to be in a rainbow stack or group of that. Golden children are always going to have like that golden hint over the top of all of their aura color, and then diamond will come in, and it will be a smaller stack of colors, similar to rainbows, but it's going to be smaller and tighter energy, not as intense in color. Doesn't mean anything about anything else. It's just kind of like it's a more dim or foggy kind of color, but you're going to see that all around them, kind of like rainbow, 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 rainbow all around them, but it'll be kind of like a diamond, as if you were kind of looking through a crystal as it kind of shoots its rainbow on the wall as the sun goes through it. So it's kind of like very interesting. If you have any questions about indigos or crystals or rainbows or diamonds or golden children, let me know. I love talking about this, and I guarantee you these souls are coming to help us evolve and move forward on our planet. I thank you so much for watching me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.